When it is hot outside, the last thing you want to do is turn the oven on. That's why I use my air fryer all the time to make a meal. Thank you, Jeff. That's right. Salads, though, are a great option for summer eats. Always has been, always will be. And they can be much more exciting than just plain old iceberg lettuce in a bowl. Joining us live with ways to step up your salad game, your summer salad game, is food blogger and co-host of The Weekly Dish on My Talk 1071, Stephanie Hansen. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning and welcome back to your studio.
Thank you. First of all, look at your hair. I mean, since you look like you're getting ready to yodel or make hot chocolate.
I'm going for like kind of the hippie chick look.
It's fantastic. Is that your treadmill behind you?
Sort of. I'm at my parents.
Oh.
So I'm in their closet with their treadmill.
I was in my parents' closet too for a long time. Let's start with greens. You said use a variety of greens. That seems obvious, but what do you mean specifically to bump up your game?
Yeah, because people will go to the iceberg lettuce or the romaine, which is fine, but have you ever thought about broccoli slaw is a green, right? Also, you can use herbs. So like mint and basil and parsley can be added to those greens to make them have a little bit more flavor, or just different kinds of lettuces. So there's kale now, there's radicchio, there's arugula, which is kind of a bitter green. Just changing up the base of the greens that you use really can change the complexity of the whole salad, because people just make the same salads. They have iceberg and a little carrot shred and a sad tomato. It can be so much better than that.
And Steph, you follow trends with the food world. Are we done with kale? Because remember about 4 years ago, people were putting kale on ice cream. They were everywhere. Have we moved beyond that?
Yeah, I think we have. We're expanding our whole lettuce sphere. So
Yeah.
You'll see more like arugula. You're going to see more red leaf lettuces, a little more color in your lettuce profile. And lettuces are great, but depending on the types of dressings, you want a little more substance sometimes.
Yep.
And Jace, have you ever grilled romaine?
No, but executive producer Jeff is going like this.
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
It's so amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, you cut the romaine head, you just cut it the long way and oil both sides and then lay it down flat on your grill. And it gets these beautiful grill marks. It's just really tasty. And you just layer a little bit of dressing on the top. It's a really nice way if you just, again, have kind of boring radicchio or boring
iceberg or something.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about adding texture. Nuts and seeds and fruits add sweetness.
Okay.
I call that texture. Yeah.
Yeah. So I basically think a salad has 5 things. You have your greens, and don't forget herbs as part of the greens. Then nuts or fruit. So nuts could be like sunflower seeds, pecans, walnuts, and you can spice up the nuts too by adding a little maple syrup or a little honey and tossing them with cayenne.
Yeah.
Then you've got your fruits or veg. So like grilled peaches can make a great salad, or just broccoli, something that's cut up into little smaller florets. And then you have your vinaigrette, and that is like a 1 acid to 3 oil. So think of acid can be like lemon juice, red wine vinegar, balsamic vinegar. Oils can be olive oil, walnut oil, avocado oil. You can get really clever there.
We have a graphic, Steph, we have a graphic to show the folks your base vinaigrette recipe. This is a base, everyone, right, Steph?
Yep, so that's the base, and then you can add all kinds of things to it. You can keep it simple and just add some chopped herbs or shallots. You can make it a little fancier by adding yogurt and a little bit of mayonnaise and maybe some tarragon to get kind of a ranch type of dressing where you shake it all up. You can add just jam and some lemon juice and a little bit of soy sauce, and you can make more of an Asian vinaigrette. By just knowing how to make a simple vinaigrette, you will honestly never have to buy salad dressing again unless you're wanting to, because it's so easy.
Steph has a 5-step salad combo dealio on her website, stephaniesdish.com, so go there for that. But Stephanie's sticking around because after the break, we're going to talk about her recent RV trip across the good US of A, and she wasn't even in a Chevrolet, and cooking along the way. Hansen's hanging around, and we'll be back right after this, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. Road trips. We are live, by the way, if you just tuned in. This is not a rerun. This is July of 2020. Road trips are popular this summer with people hitting the road for family vacations or just weekend getaways. Stephanie Hansen is back with us. She recently got back from an RV trip and joins us again to break down life on the road with her husband.
Oh, do you remember when I was on, I guess it was months ago, where we talked about our 1971 Dodge Explorer van that my husband tricked out so we could travel across the country?
Yeah, the audience is seeing it right now, isn't it? It's a 72 Dodge Explorer, right, Steph?
Yes, yes. And it was so cute inside. It had a full-size bed, it had a kitchenette, it had 2 seats. The only problem with the van was literally the driving of it,
Yeah.
because it was a little old and a little clunky, and you can only do so much with old and clunky vans. So we got in the van for our second big road trip, and Jace, right away, the noises and the stuff falling off on the side of the road and the stuff we were like duct taping together to hold it up, it was getting very nerve-wracking. We were losing brake fluid as we were starting to go through the mountains of Utah. We lost a water pump where there's no cellular service, so we're using all the water from our toilet in the van to fill in the radiator. It was crazy.
Where all did the Griswolds go on your RV trip? I mean, and and did Imogene Coca come with you? What do you? My goodness!
No, it was crazy. We went through Reno, Nevada. We went to Arches. We went to Moab, and we went to Utah. We went to the Canyonlands. We drove all along the Colorado River, and we got to the point where the van was getting so unreliable that we weren't sure we were going to make it home. So we stopped at Fruta, Colorado, and we met a guy named Lee.
Okay.
He was 85 years old, and he was selling a Winnebago Paseo that was a 2017 that had 10,000 miles on it. So we literally drove our Wonder Bread van up to his house. He had just had surgery the day before. His wife had recently passed. He was so sweet when he saw the van, Jace, because he remembered being in a van just like it with his wife.
Oh.
It was so I go into the new van and I'm looking around, and Kurt makes me do the negotiating. So I get the price down and we get it negotiated. And then I was like, well, do you want the van? Because it's all redone, and all you need to do is work on the engine. And if you know someone, because we can't take 2 vans home. So we ended up trading the Wonder Bread van that we did not want to get rid of because we had such fond feelings, but we honestly knew we weren't going to make it home.
Yeah.
For a newish Winnebago Paseo that has no sex appeal and just is your basic Class B van. But it got us home. It's like driving a fancy minivan. I can even drive it without worrying about stuff falling off. But we continued on our trip, and we went to Aspen, Colorado, which was so beautiful. I've never been there in the summer. It was amazing. And we're total, as Stephanie March, my radio partner, says, we're just boring boomer RVers now.
We're looking at some video now, Hansen. That is beautiful. And what are some of the favorite things that you saw on the road?
I really feel like South Dakota is really undiscovered territory because it's so close to us and you don't think much about South Dakota, but the Badlands are beautiful. I will say camping in Aspen, there are some campgrounds there that are all next to these beautiful streams, and it was just gorgeous. Also, Arches and Canyonlands in Utah.
Yeah, we're looking at Utah right now, Hansen. We're looking at Moab, Utah.
Okay. It's crazy. And Jace, I drove a 4-wheel drive Jeep there through the mountains. It was so crazy. My husband was white knuckling it and almost pooped his pants, he said, because we were driving straight up rocks, 4-wheel driving, and I was driving.
Well,
it was so great.
Other than driving and selling your Wonder Van to a delightful old man, you are Stephanie Hansen, so you did cook in your long trailer. That's a Lucille Ball reference. We're looking at some pictures. What did you make, sweetie?
I made coconut curry. We don't just make hot dogs. Okay. Sorry, but okay. I made coconut curry. I made ranchero beans with a little steak. I made some of the salads that we talked about with grilled peaches. We made Italian sausage spaghetti. When we go in the van, we really cook. We made fettuccine Alfredo. We don't just make any of the regular stuff,
Okay.
just because that's not really how we eat at home.
Hansen,
We cook.
Hansen, I love you, and so does everyone watching the show. But right now, I'm pretty in tune with the people watching. Everyone's judging you right now because
That's okay.
because they're thinking to themselves, they're eating wieners and beans out of a Teflon pot that they bought at the Target, and you are making freaking fettuccine Alfredo on the side of the road in Utah.
I am, and people like other campers will sometimes come by. They're like, "What are you making?" Because I've got coconut milk and curry.
No, Hansen,
it's fun.
You're the only human on earth that brings coconut milk on a road trip. I got news for you to cook with.
It's easy. They're in a can. You
I
got
know.
canned goods. You try and amp them up.
For more of this delight, go to stephaniesdish.com and listen to the weekly dish Saturdays on My Talk 1071. Love you, sweetie. Thank you for. It's good to see you. It's good to have you back.
Yeah. Thanks for having me back, and hope you're having a great summer.
Oh, we are. We're going to take a break, everyone. We'll be back right after this. Okay. What are you making? Steak.